Linux Sucks. Linux Sucks is a great video series or whatever, like YouTube thing that Brian Lundu does. It's great to watch, and it's great to watch because you get to learn a little bit more about Linux, but at the same time he sits there and addresses problems that we need to fix, obviously. So I got done watching the Linux Sucks, the 2017 for the last time, and I was a bit disappointed. I didn't have something that I could watch every year. Now, for what I've seen, I did not like. My first Linux Sucks was 2014, and I didn't find one in 2015. He seemed to replace that with a Windows is awesome. If you guys find links of the 2015 version, then, link it to me so I can watch it. But like I said, I haven't seen it, and I don't think there is a 2015. I think it's just 2014, 2016, stuff like that. So I watched it, and I saw that he went and watched all of his old ones. So before I did this review, I did the exact same thing. I watched all of his old ones, and they were pretty great. Like I said, I saw the 2014 first, and usually whatever I see first, I enjoy most of all. But I have to say, I actually enjoyed his older videos of Linux Sucks a lot better. They were more to the point and weren't as much talking. Now, not to say that his talking was bad, but he seems to do something in the 2014 that he didn't do in the earlier versions. Which was, he would talk about how bad Linux was, and then he would talk about how great Linux was. And what is the point of addressing the problems if you're sitting there talking about that those problems are good? Like forking GNOME to make Cinnamon. One of the problems that he addresses. Why are you going to say that that's good when you just said that it was bad? In the earlier versions, he would address the problem, and then he would talk about how to fix it. He would talk about how to fix it, and that was what we needed. That was great. That was what I wanted to see. So I had never seen the Linux versions before the 2014 until like this month. And I'm glad I've seen them because I could say that they're probably my favorites. Then he went to 2016, and instead of talking about it again, the older problems, he sits there and talks about how Linux is a potato, or compares Linux to a potato, which is fantastic. I love his analogy. I enjoyed it very much. And he talks about this in 2017. What he basically does is go throughout all the years, and he showed slides of what he talked about. He basically says this is his last time because he's sick and tired of repeating himself. He's tired of it. And I can understand, because it's not getting anywhere. However, I think more people needed to listen to him and actually do something about it. Maybe create petitions or blogs to help with this. There's a bunch of Linux forums online that people could, I'm sure, go to and try to address these problems. He talked about something that I'd never heard before in the older ones. He talked about the Linux standard base. The Linux standard base, which, as far as packaging goes, because I looked it up and I could not necessarily find the Linux standard base. It was very weird to me. There wasn't like an official site for it, I guess. I couldn't find it whatsoever, and I looked it up, and then I saw this forum that was talking about the Linux standard base, and he listed some things, but he did not list any of the packaging whatsoever. So the Linux standard base for packaging basically is RPM, and he goes on to say that it should be Debian because it's more popular and blah 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 and stuff like that. So there you go. People can go look at that stuff online if they can find it, obviously, because like I said, I couldn't find the damn thing, and start from there. Just go do something. And so I feel like at this point he's giving up, and it's kind of sad to see that. But is he giving up because we're not trying, or is he giving up because nobody has done anything about the problems? And yeah, you know what? He addressed the things that were going on, and actually, some of them had been fixed. Um, like, I believe the name problem with Ubuntu. He talked about the Beefy Miracle, the Utopic Unicorn, and stuff like that, which were pretty cool names. I thought were pretty awesome. The Trusty Tar, I remember that. You know, remember the little fish that had the like nose. Yeah, the Norwal. That's what it was. That's what it was. It was kind of like weird, you know. Um, so it was pretty fascinating for me and watching this, and it was pretty sad because I'm going to miss Brian Lunduke's talks. But thank God you have the subscription notification. So I will probably be on here again talking about Brian Lunduke and his other videos that he has, because there is one more Linux Sucks thing, I believe, and I put in my watch later, and I will definitely go and address that, and then come back here and talk about it with you guys so that you can enjoy it once again, because it's sexy, okay? It's freaking sexy, and I love the Linux Sucks talks, and I'm going to miss the Linux Sucks talks. So it sucks. It does. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video.